everyone, it's Jenny Moores here. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK. It's Thursday the 4th of August and I thought I'd just pop on and show you what we made in my stamp class yesterday. I run them every fortnight on a Wednesday morning. I now do a Wednesday afternoon and also in the evening. I also do a version using the same products but limited stamping, so we're not allowed to send stamps images through the post. So my class in the post are every alternate fortnight, okay, and which we do a different lot of projects which I will show you at the end of the video, but these four things are what we made yesterday. Okay, so we made a large step card, which is a new home one, and then you've got a space on the back to write your message, and then we're getting into the Christmas spirit. Just a little bit, not too much. So I use the houses in the stamp set. I'll show you the bundle in a minute. And then another simple Christmas card with a matching gift bag and tag. Okay, so I'll just put them to one side and then I'll go through how to make them and all the products that I use to make them. So the bundle you can find in the mini catalogue. So this runs till the end of December and it's called Ringed with Nature. Okay, so it's a bit of a different one. So this is the stamp set. So lovely sentiments, lots of foliage, woodland, you've got the house, you've got lovely sentiments. They're really usable one. They're just for you. One's a lovely font, they're thinking of you, Merry Christmas, Happy Anniversary, Get Well, all really usable sentiments. And then if you buy it with a bundle with the dies, you get the tree dies, okay. And this one's a bit of a hybrid one because you get the tree rings folder as well, which the big die in the die set, you can actually run it through with, put it in the embossing folder, put your card in and run it through your die cutting machine and it will cut and emboss at the same time. Isn't that brilliant? And then you've got the innard little bits that you could run through, and then see on this page where they've done it in two different colours in the soft suede and crumb cake, to give you like the darker bark around the outer edge. So it's really good, and you've got loads of little foliage on all the little leaves. Look, they're embossed. So you can see that. And then this little bit, these are toadstools, so that's the base, and you can use that one in red to make the top, or you can do it in crumb cake and then there's the little top of the acorn. So it's a really lovely set. And but it's brilliant that it's got the embossing folder with it as well. The bundle is £50 and 25p, and so you know, a good price for with the embossing folder. And at the moment we've got celebration running till the end of August, and on page 7 you can see the Rings of Love paper. Well, this goes with this bundle. You can see the dies actually cut out some of the rings. So on this paper here, let me just get the die back. Look, it actually cuts out all those together. Isn't that brilliant? And so that's the celebration paper. I'll just quickly flick through it. So look, you've got all toadstools, leaves, you've got poinsettias, you've got trees, you've got this lovely medallion one that make a nice Christmas card, and then on the back of there they've got all the lovely houses, make some more nice new home cards. And this one, I think it's like you know, where you drop salt and it gives you the different markings, so lovely, make a lovely Christmas card. And then on the back of here you've got lovely blue tits. We've got blue tits in our tree at the moment in our garden, and quite jolly. And then these nice acorns, and this is really nice because you've got a white sort of outline, so when you cut them out it sort of gives you the white edge. And then this one, so nice and bright, and then lovely foliage with flowers, and then a bit of a check going on there. Okay, so that's a pack of paper, so you could get that completely free if you ordered £45, but you know, order the bundle, then get the paper free. Brilliant. Right, so just put that back to one side, and then on the new home card, which I'll show you now, I did use another bundle which is called Alphabest, which is a big alphabet. Sorry, the light's glaring on it. And then you've got the matching little punch as well, so I'll show you that in a minute. That you've got these background images as well, and you can mix and match it with all different colours or heat emboss it. It's brilliant. It's £31.50 with the punch, so that's a great bundle to use. Right, let's get going then. Let's straighten up my grid paper. Work. Okay. Right, so we'll do this one first. This is the biggest one. So like I said, it's a little step card, so it sits like that. Once you've made it and you're going to put it in an envelope, it does fit in a bigger size envelope. Alright, so you'll need one of those. So the pieces that you need, I have done a bit of stamping ahead of time, just because to make sure the video isn't too long. I don't want to sit here boring you too much. Okay, so I'll just show you the base card at the moment. So this is a whole sheet of A4 cardstock. Okay, and what you want to do is score it along the long side at 1.5 inches, 3 inches, and then 7 3/8. Alright, and then you're going to fold it like that. So if you look at it on the side, it will look like that. I'll do it that way. Alright, so mountain, valley, mountain. Alright, so that's your actual base card. And then the middle bit is just a normal size card, but I've scored it lengthways, so it's half a sheet of A4 scored in the middle. Okay, and so that is going to go in the middle, and you're going to glue it at the front, and then it gets glued at the back, and that is your base card. Alright, so it's sort of like a faux step card without doing all the different cuttings. Okay, so if we do the middle section first, so what we're going to do, we're going to stamp with the tree ring, and because this is a photopolymer, I'll just bring in my little mat. These mats are the mats that come with the Stamper Artist, and you can get some mini little grid paper to go with them, but it just gives you a little bit of extra cushioning. So I just wanted to decorate around the outer edge, so just stamp all the way round. Alright, just so it's got a little bit of a pattern, just do that bit there. Alright, around the outer edge. That's in crumb cake. So just put that back to one side. Alright, and then what I've done now to make the little frame, Just get all my pieces out. Right, so on the front of the card I've done a little frame with the little house sitting on some hills. Okay, so I used the rectangle, stitched rectangle dies on a layer of crumb cake. Right, let me give you those measurements. So the crumb cake layer is 5 inches by 3.5. Okay, and I've just used, I think it's the fourth biggest one to cut a little frame, and then I've run it through the timber embossing folder to give it the texture. Okay. The actual timber embossing folder is another free item that you can get through Celebration in August, because we've got some more offerings. Alright, and then I embossed a little piece of white, 4 3/4 by 3 1/4, and that's just slightly smaller than that, and that's going to go underneath. Alright, but we want to pop up the frame, and as I said, I made some little hills, so I cut the largest stitched circle, and that is from the Stylish Shapes. I use this big one. Let's just see if I can get this right out the way. Yeah. Alright, so I used that one, and then what I did, so I cut it in half. So that gave me half, and then the other half I cut in half. Okay, and to make the hills you're going to glue them so you've got the straight edges out like that. Alright, or you can glue them on the back like that, which is what I did. Alright, so we're just going to do that now. So just put a little bit of Tombow. Keep the straight edge along the bottom and the straight edge on the side. Alright, so it will look like that. Okay, and then what I did, I just put a little bit of double-sided tape on the back of the frame, and then you're going to sit that along there like that, and there's your little hills. Okay, and then we're going to pop that up with foam pads. These straight edge ones are brilliant for doing a bigger area. Alright, so then we're going to add this white one flat. Just make sure you've got your folded section at the top. So I just ran this through the tree embossing folder, tree rings. And we're going to add that to the centre. Okay, and then we're going to pop this up on top. Alright, hopefully I don't get my head in frame. Alright, so that gets popped up. Alright, and then I did the little house. Now if you can see, I stamped the house and the roof separate, and then I've trimmed them out, leaving a little white border, and then I've used the pads on the back to stick them together. Alright, let's just see if this light. Oh, we'll have the light back on. Don't know if it's too bright or not. You'll have to let me know. If you can, like and subscribe to the videos, that will help me get out there a little bit more. So I'm just going to pop that up. Because the heels are popped up, you need to pop the house up. Alright, so that's the middle. And then I'll just bring back in the card, and then the new home is done with that bundle, the Alphabest one, like I showed you. Alright, and because the punch is horizontal, so I took a little strip and I used Night of Navy cardstock. And so I stamped the border first, and you need 7 of these, leaving a little gap. Alright, and then what I did, I put 2 letters on one of our little small blocks, one on each side to save time, and then you can stamp inside. So I'll just do one. Alright, and then you can punch it out with the punch. Okay, and so I did that, and I put pads on the back of them to save time. So we're going to bring this back in. So we'll put new at the top, and I just put pads on them and centered the E. I need one of these for next week, so this is good making a second one. So many people moving house at the moment, so just line that up. Alright, and then we're going to do the bottom one. I'm going to come over a little bit more. Alright, so that's your front, and then on the back I did 2 layers, white and an evening evergreen. Okay, and what I did, I decorated it all round with the images and the toadstools and the flowers. That goes on the back of the card. Alright, so I won't do that because I'll show you the long strip, but that's what you need to do on the back of there. So then for the front of the card you need a piece of 8 inches by 1.5 of evening evergreen, and what I did, I put 2 of the leaves on one stamp on one block, and we're just going to randomly stamp all over to decorate this, twisting and turning it so it's all different. Okay, and then we're we're going to add some of the evening evergreen ribbon. Now you can do a long strip and then tie a separate bow. Alright, so we'll do that. So just put double-sided tape on the back. This is our tear tape. It's brilliant, don't have to cut it. And take the middle one off. We just sew it along the middle. Alright, and then we're going to do a bow. So leave it on the reel, and then bring the end towards you to make a loop, and then you can go all the way around, come through the middle and pull the loop, and then you can hold the loops and make the bow. Alright, and then just trim off with ribbon scissors, just ones that I keep for cutting ribbon. I'll give that one a little bit more of an angle. Alright, and there's your bow, and then you can fiddle with it to your heart's content. Okay, and this is going to go on the front of our base card, so we can stick that down. Ribbon straight. Alright, so that's going to go like that, and we'll put our bow on in a minute. And now let's just do the white layer in the middle section. I'll put that to one side. Right, so this section here is 8 inches by 4 1/8. And we're just going to decorate it. We'll do some toadstools. Now, I didn't decorate it right to the bottom with the toadstools. I kept them up a little bit. Alright, so I sort of did 5, and I did stamp all the way across. Alright, because I know like the bit where the tent bits stands over, you know, you can't really see it from the front, but I just thought I'll decorate it right across. Okay, I hope I don't get my head over. These stamps are really good. They've got the 3 little bits on top. It'll soon be autumn. I love autumn. Alright, so 5 little toadstools, or mushrooms, whatever you want to call them. And then I decorated in between them with a little leaf and flower, which I'll show you. So it's this one and the flowers. So I did the evening evergreen for the leaves first, and then went over the top in crushed curry. I did those a little bit further down, just so that you could see the flowers. Then you can go off the edge. You'll still see some of it. Alright, well, that's missed a little bit there. Okay, and then crushed curry for the flowers. The flowers go up like that. Let me just see, I'll show you. Like that. Alright, and you want to try and get the centre of the green bits. They're the centres of the flowers. So I hope I don't get my head like that. Alright, So we'll do those two. Alright, and then there's the other little foliage which I use, soft succulent, the little tall one. Okay, and what I did, I stamped first and then stamped off, stamped first and then stamped off all the way across. Turning it just so that you haven't got so much white left along the bottom. Alright, so that's the long section. And then I did sponge it, so I used Balmy Blue with one of our little blending brushes. So put some ink on, and then what I did, I took most of the ink off, and then, you know, bring it in and then just go over. So I only did it lightly. Alright, so all along the top, so the camera's not really picking it up, but it is sort of blue. Alright, and then you want to bring your base card back in, and then we're going to stick it to the front of the big section. So you can either do that with, ooh, come on glue, Tombow or double-sided tape, whatever you fancy. So that goes in there. Okay, and now we're going to stick this down. So this is going to get stuck to the front and then stuck to the back. So what I did, I turned over the card and put a couple of strips about an inch up from the bottom, and then I did about 2/3 of tape on the back. Alright, so if we get this centred here, so it's 4/1/8 is the centre. So take the tape off the thin end first. This is going to be the front. Lay that down. That's about the centre. So line it up right along the bottom edge. Alright, so it's stuck like that. And then turn the whole thing over, lay it flat, and that's going to come down there like that. So I haven't done it too high. So it's about 2/3. And that will go to the bottom edge like that. And then you can stamp your back layer and add it up to the even evergreen, and that's where you're going to write your message. And then with the front, you're just going to add your bow with a little mini glue dot. So you just press it on there, pick it up, and then we'll just add that. Oh, come on, gone out of focus. Go back. There you go. Alright, so that's the new home card done. Alright, so I'll just quickly show you the back again. what I said I did. So I did the same as the long strip with the toadstools and the little flower, and then I stamped all around the outer edge with those two leaves, blended it with the balmy blue ink, and then stamped another sentiment, so then you've got lots of space for writing. Alright, so that's that new home card. And then this card here, the Merry Christmas one. Yep, we're back. Alright, so I'll just show you that. So this is a long DL card. I use the width of A4, and I trimmed it down to 21 centimetres and folded it in half. Okay, so that's your base card. And then another layer, I did 8 1/4 by 3 3/4 for balmy blue. You're not going to glue that down. And then another strip 2 inches by 8 1/4 inches. I used the new snowflake papers. These are in the mini catalogue. You get foiled snowflakes and dots, and also you get flocked sheets, lovely snowflakes. Look, they're all flocked like velvet, and you get the dots as well. And they're very hidden in the mini catalogue. Whoops, let me just see if I can find them for you. They're on a corner. I was trying to show the ladies yesterday. I should have made a note of which corner they're on. There they are. So on page 40, you can just see them here. So you get 6 sheets for £9.50. So not too bad, because they are 12 by 12. Okay, so that's the vellum papers. So I just cut a strip of that. Let me just get that off the floor. Oh. And what you're going to do, just use your double-sided tape, and I'm just going to put a strip. I didn't glue it all down because we're covering most of it. So I just cut it to the same width as the blue, and you're going to stick it to the top. Alright, and then the bit that is left over from the A4 cardstock, I did use thick white. You're going to use to make the snow hills. So I just sort of cut it in half and did a wavy line. And then the first one is glued down flat. Now it's higher than the join, alright, so you can do it sort of about ½ an inch from the bottom edge. Alright, so we're going to glue that. And if you leave the top bit with a little gap, because I poked one of the houses behind it, so we're just about that, and then you won't see, because you don't need all this lovely vellum paper behind this, so just use a smaller strip, and then you'll make more cards out of it then. And then this section is popped up with pads, 3D foam pads. Okay, so just take the backing off there. I did stamp all the houses for you. I'm sure you don't want to see me cutting and stamping the houses. but I did 5 houses, so this is going to go along the bottom edge. Okay, so we've got it like looking like that. Alright, so I did 5 houses, so I did all the roofs in soft suede, and I did a house in Poppy Parade, Evening Evergreen, Balmy Blue, Soft Succulent and Crumb Cake. So 5 houses, and again I've stamped the roof first and the house, and then cut them out and stuck them together using the foam pads, so they're all popped up. Alright, so one of the houses I just tucked it behind the top edge, and so you're just going to stagger them like a street. So this one's got snow right up to its window and door. Then I did the blue. This one's going to get tucked behind here. Ooh, got a foam pad there. And then this one's going to get tucked behind it. You can have them how you like. I sort of just staggered them. They're like a street. Alright, this one on the side and this one's on the end. So I did the red one, Poppy Parade, and then this one sort of tucked. I'll leave a little gap actually. That one can be snowed in more. Alright, so you've got your houses looking like that. And then I did one of the large banners out of the stitch shapes, and we're going to stamp Merry Christmas. This is a gorgeous Merry Christmas image in this set. It's a really lovely font. So light tapping in the middle, down and up. Okay, so for the Merry Christmas. And then I just stamped a couple of the little berries in Poppy Parade, this image here. And then I also cut out 2 of the little foliage. They are leaves and berries, but I'm just going to tuck them behind here. And I think, yeah, I'm going to pop it up this time. So little pads behind. So you can take the backing off. We're just going to add that along the bottom edge. So do some berries sticking out. Use your foam pads to stick these. And then I think we'll do berries down this side, and then the leaves on the top. Okay, and then whoop, my finger's stuck. And then we're going to stick that in the middle. So just line this up. And go straight. Okay, and then this can go onto your base card. Okay, so there's your Merry Christmas one. And I did use the Winter Catalogue. I just put a little bit, squeezed it so it's a little, the brush is full, and then I just flicked it You can see it when it's dry, it shows up more, but it just gives it a little bit of shimmer all over. I'm not sure if you can see it. Can you see it? Alright, but that's the Merry Christmas. And then I just finished off with a couple of little pearls, just dotted them round. So that's that one. What time are we on? 40 minutes. I won't keep you too much longer. Let me just turn this over so I'm not confusing you with the stamps. Right. Where's my pack? For this card, so I took a piece of Pool Party and for the base card, and I did stamp and decorate the insert, so you can do that. And then I've embossed a layer 10 centimetres by 14.3 centimetres, and with the tree ring, and that's going to go flat on your base card. Do you like making Christmas cards in the summer? There's some time's running on, isn't it? So that's first. That's the insert. And then for the tags, now these are lovely. This is a lovely, 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 lovely die set, and you can tell I like it all, don't you? These are called celebration tags. Now these are in the mini catalogue. There is a stamp set to match with it. Let me just see. It's on page 67, but I haven't used the stamp set. I've only used the dies. Okay. So I've used this one here, and it cuts the whole tag out in one go. We did use it on last time, and it's got a score line in the middle, and it's got the 2 holes, and it's got the lovely stitching with scallop along the bottom edge. Alright, but for this card, I'll just put these to one side. For this card, I cut one of these and then just trimmed it in half so that you've got a green one, and then I did it the same in the white. Alright, so I'll just put that to one side. I'll just bring back my, so I don't mess my pad up. We're going to stamp on the white, and I've just done a little strip which is 3/4 of an inch or 2 centimetres by 10 centimetres in width, and we're going to decorate these. So I just took crumb cake and I did the ring, tree ring, just did it going off the edge on there, and then coming off here and going on the edge. Okay, and then I use the Merry Christmas again. Just take a few bits out of the way, and then so I did that in Evening Evergreen along the bottom, and then I did this other leaf which is pretty. Oh good, let me clean that. Dropped it in the ink pad. And just clean it with my lovely mucky chamois leather. Alright. So I just did a couple of these because we're going to put the poinsettias on there, just so that you can see the poinsettia and the leaves once you put the poinsettia on. And then I wanted to get rid of some of the white so much, and so Poppy Parade, and I used the tiny little collection of berries. So I just did a few dotting around, alright, and then I filled in the rest along here. Alright, so that's those 2 layers. Okay, so then I did a green layer behind, so I think that was 1 inch or 2.5 centimetres by 10 centimetres, and then you're just going to layer that on top of there. Alright, and the tag is popped up with foam pads. So just bring back the base card. So we're going to add the little banner. It's quite a quick card, isn't it? I don't want to keep you too long, but it's useful to have quick cards for Christmas. So I kept the green tag straight. Get down. So I kept that straight. And then I kept this one at an angle. Okay. Now you can either tie your ribbon through the hole if you want to, or you can just make another bow. So loop towards you, the ends towards you, go round through the hole, pull the ends through, and then you can hold on to the little loops and then fiddle with it. And then we're going to add it with a mini glue dot. But like I said, you could add it through the hole if you want. It's just quicker to add it with a mini glue dot. Alright, so we'll put that on first. Take all these back ends off. And then line up your hole, and then but just angle the tag, and then you can put your bow at the top like it's coming out of the hole. Alright, and then I stamped 2 of the poinsettias, and you can use your bone folder to bend them up, curl them under. It's up to you which look you want. You could sponge them to give them a two-tone. I just left them not pool party, keep on saying pool party, Poppy Parade. So you're going to layer them up, but sort of offset them so they don't line up. Alright, and then I'll just put another pad on the back, and then that goes over the leaves. And then I just finished it with a large basic pearl. Seem to be going through these, so just use my pick tool, pick it up. Okay, and then I think we'll just dot a couple of little pearls. No, using the wrong end. Oh! That there. Alright, so that's the card. Got a pearl stuck on me now. Alright, so nice and layered. And I did add a couple of these little sprigs. So we'll do that. Just put a little bit of glue on the end. You could have added it to the pad, but because I've only done one, they would have been hidden. So I just stuck that in afterwards. Ooh, got too much glue on. Alright, so that's your card. And then I did a matching little bag. I'll just bring that in to show you with the tag. And then these little bags, they're very affordable. They're on page 140. Hello Wilfred. They're embossed treat bags, and you get packs of 10 and they're for £7. No, you come to see me. Good boy. It's my little dog. Yeah, so this is the embossed treat bag. So it's brilliant because they do fold down flat, so you can make them up and store them flat until you need to use them. Alright, so they're like this. So you just put your hand in and they're already made for you. So they're about 1.5 inches deep, and yeah, about just over 6 inches, 6.5 inches tall. So not a bad size. You can get some jewellery in there. Alright, so what I did, with the back that's folded, I took a piece of the Rings of Love paper out for celebration, and it's 12 by 12, and you want to wrap it evenly, so have it across the back, alright, and then you can either score it. If you score the whole length at 3.5 inches from each end, it's roughly the same width, but you can use your fingers to pinch, and then you want to put your fingers inside, trying to keeping it straight, and as you bring it down you can then fold over. Now see, it doesn't meet, so just lay this down. That's why I use the tag. Alright, so you can just use your bone folder. And then we're not going to stick it to the bag, so you could slide it off if you decided, oh no, I've made a Christmas one and I want to use the bag for a birthday gift. So you can slide it off, alright. So, but I just had it like that, and this is the back bit where it's folded down. So leave it like that, and then you've got a full tag this time, which I'm going to fold in half, and you're going to put tape down the two sides, like that, okay, and then we're going to glue the tag over the top. So we'll just bring this down a little bit. Alright, we're going to glue that down there, but what I did, I tied the ribbon through the hole first. Now if you'd want to do it loosely, because you want to be able to open up the tag, okay, so thread it through and then just tie it once. So do it loosely, and then the top one, bring the loop towards you, and then wrap it round. It's hard to see because it's such dark ribbon. Wrap it round and then come back through the hole just like a normal bow. But then your tails will be up the right way if you have it upside down. Alright, so it would be like that. Okay, so we're going to add that to the bag. You can just do one side first if you want to, and then centre it, stick that down, okay, then you can open it up and take the tape off the other side, and then just lay it down. Alright, so now that's glued down, and you've got it loose enough to open up to right inside. So I did two little white squares, They're 2 inches by 2 inches, or 5 by 5. So we're just going to decorate that. I'll just bring back my paper. So I did it to match the card because I wanted it to be a gift. So I've stamped two poinsettias, and for the front bit I just stamped off again, and for the inner bit I just stamped one corner with the tree ring in a crumb cake, and I did one little leaf, so it's pointing to the middle. Okay, and then I just filled in with the little berries again. But first of all, you want to do your sentiment, which has got a lovely just for you sentiment in this set. Which, where are you? Got so many stamps out. There it is. So I've done this in soft suede along the bottom edge. Okay. Put that ink back. And then I'm just going to fill in with a few of the little berries again. I don't think we'll need a little bit there. And then we'll have a couple here. Alright, that's for the insert. And I'll just put that back. Okay. So we'll bring back the bag. So this is going to go on the inside, so you've got somewhere to write on your tag. Just centre that up. And then this is going to go on the outside. Alright, and then you can build up your poinsettia again. And layer that up with a couple of foam pads. So one on the top. And then lay that over the top, sort of staggered. And then one under the bottom. And then that can go up here, so you can still see the sentiment. And then we'll finish off with a pearl. Oh, never do a big one. I'll do that. I'll pick the big ones out with the sticky. Okay, so that's your gift bag finish. I'll just bring back in what I've shown you that we've made. So we've got the gift bag, we've got the matching card, we've got the long Merry Christmas card, and then we've got the new home stepper card. Okay, so that's what we made in class. So if you fancy coming to class anytime, I do have a few spaces that you know, we'd like to meet new people. We're a friendly bunch, and there's no pressure to buy anything, but if you're welcome to purchase in class or online. My shop is Jenny Moores, that's JennyMoores.stampinup.net. Or you can email me at jennymoores@aol.com. Okay, so I'll see you in a couple of weeks for another video of what we did in the stamp class. Okay then, have a good week. Bye.